There was never any doubt or mystery that Mark Hamill did not like the way Rian Johnson had portrayed Luke Skywalker in Star Wars The Last Jedi. In fact, he was actually pretty vocal about it, warning fans that they will likely be disappointed in how Luke is handled. And of course, Mark's warnings to the fans was not really something that neither Rian Johnson or Disney were really happy about.
It's time for the Jedi to end.
Did your vision and Ryan's vision, did it coincide with the way that Luke ends up in this film that you thought it would all these years later?
No.
No, not at all.
How much of Luke Skywalker did you discuss with Colin Trevorrow?
I had discussions with Colin, and I was very excited because we were on the same page in terms of where we wanted to go and how we wanted to see Luke in a way we've never seen him, even in this current version. But I don't know what went on. I don't want to know because there's no upside to that story. I mean, I like all those people. I like Kathy, and I like Lawrence Kasdan, and all the people that were involved in that decision. But sometimes ignorance is bliss. And they don't tell me anything.
Eventually, Mark changed his tune on the subject, telling fans that while he very much disagreed with Rian Johnson's script for Luke, but after going along with it and filming Luke Skywalker, did he eventually come to terms with Rian's vision. Some fans, of course, suggested that it was perhaps more likely because Disney were unhappy with Mark spreading bad press around the movie, and behind the scenes told him to stop bringing the subject up to the public, rather than Mark actually agreeing with Rian. But whether that happened or not, we still don't know.
I mean, if I leaked something, they'd cut off my head and throw it right in my face.
Now, while Mark apparently decided to go along with how Luke Skywalker's role in The Last Jedi would be, he perhaps was unknowing to Luke's eventual fate in the movie. Sure, he agreed that Luke was no longer the Jedi Master fans thought he would be, and rather just a depressed vessel of his former self, now cut off from the Force. As each time Mark spoke about Luke Skywalker in the movie, he only said he didn't like the portrayal of Luke, not Luke's fate.
When I read 7, I said, I love everybody's part except mine. And on this one, it was similar in the sense that I said to Rian, I'm so surprised how you see Luke.
And why is this? Did he perhaps not know about what Luke's fate would be only until later, much later? As this is where a very interesting Star Wars conspiracy theory has sprung up recently. So much that it actually caught my eye and I figured it would be a fun topic to discuss about. Which is, did Mark Hamill ever know that Luke Skywalker would be killed off at the end of The Last Jedi? Some fans actually don't believe so, as just before the world premiere of The Last Jedi, Mark Hamill was seen very lively and overly excited for the fans to see the movie.
You know, it's just all been fun for me. I just can't believe it. You wake up and think, what do I have to do today? Oh, I get to go make a Star Wars movie. What's not fun about that? If you can't have fun doing a Star Wars movie, there's something seriously wrong with you.
Now let's cut to how he looked like after the world premiere. As you can see, clearly he isn't met with the same enthusiasm and excitement he had just before the film. Did he witness perhaps something by surprise? Something that he was just unprepared for. One person even commented that he looks like a man about to kill himself. I think the contrast between the actor and the director here is really telling as well, as it's just day and night. Rian is happy as he got things the way he wanted, while Mark just looks around in complete disbelief to what he had just witnessed. And as someone who always had Luke Skywalker as their favorite Star Wars character, seeing this just breaks my heart. So now we're left with this question. Did Rian Johnson trick Mark Hamill into making him think that Luke Skywalker was actually going to survive The Last Jedi, and really make a last-minute CGI change to digitally remove Luke in the movie as to show his death and passing into the Force? Maybe. At a recent press conference, Entertainment sat down with Rian Johnson to talk about Luke Skywalker's death. Johnson told Entertainment that he had to find a way to kill Luke off in the movie no matter what, just because he saw Luke's presence in the sequel trilogy standing in the way of the new characters. He said, I think the hero's journey of Luke Skywalker concluded in The Return of the Jedi. This trilogy is the hero's journey of Rey and Finn and Poe. The ongoing story of Luke is one that has to play in tandem with that of Rey. Funny enough, this wouldn't be the first time something was done in post-production behind an actor's back in Star Wars. Rather, actually the third time. As in A New Hope, the actor who played Darth Vader, David Prowse, had initially no idea the voice of Vader would be later changed to voice actor James Earl Jones, something that really frustrated Prowse at first, as he would be unknowing to this decision only until the movie's release. Something similar later happened in The Empire Strikes Back, where everyone but George Lucas, director Irving Kershner, and Mark Hamill did not know that Darth Vader was really Luke Skywalker's father. While filming that iconic scene, David Prowse playing Vader would tell Luke that it was actually Obi-Wan who killed Luke's father, with Obi-Wan being the real villain here being the twist of the movie. Now Lucas, Kershner, and Hamill knew this wasn't the real twist, as in post-production, that sentence was later changed to the famous, "No, I am your father," line by James Earl Jones. With the actors like David Prowse, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, and the rest of the cast watching the movie at the Empire Strikes Back premiere, they were just in complete shock and awe at the secret change. And remember, this was at the premiere. The cast saw the film a few weeks before the premiere, but watched a different take of the film than what really was the real intended product. So was that also the case here? I have no idea, but like I said, I thought this would be both a fun and interesting discussion that could be had. And perhaps one day we'll be able to learn the truth to what exactly happened behind the scenes here. Was Luke Skywalker's death kept a secret from Mark the entire time in fear of him bringing more negativity to the movie before it was even released? I'm sure we'll find out one day, just not today. This is N7 from Silo, signing off.